Hey, Coach DJ with Revolt. Last time we spoke, you were talking about how hard it was on the team to make adjustments because there was just a lack of practice. So now we've had a nice time where you got a chance to practice.
Yes.
What are some positive things that you've seen coming from this work period that you want to see implemented tonight?
Yeah, it was great to have those days. I think we had 5 practice days. Not just, it was just, in a word, it was kind of a reset, and we desperately needed it. And so it was really good. And, having time to kind of work on things, knowing that KP's not going to be back for a while, knowing that Cam's out for a while. We didn't have time to actually implement anything. So that was great. Good to just kind of get back to the basics. So that was good, and also build in some rest time there. So all in all, a good time, a good break there. Not a break, but a good reset. So I want to see the stuff that we worked on implemented. I want to see it executed for 40 minutes, not 10, not 20, not 30, 40 minutes.
Hey, Coach.
What's up?
You said Cam and KP out for a while. You got any specifics there? Or?
No, I wish.
Okay.
Yeah, KP's, not a short-term injury. Cam is improving and looking better and better each day, but not playing tonight.
And then with Kiana, you guys brought her in and just threw her in the fire right away. I guess, what have you been able to do with her over this last week?
Well, I think, it's been like all those guys, it's been particularly good for her at that point guard spot. Just get up to speed defensively with, how Phoenix defends is different, just different coverages, all those kind of things. So we did literally throw her into the fire and just, slap her on the ass, good luck, Godspeed. And she did a good job, but now she's actually been able to get up to speed on both sides of the ball and feeling a lot more comfortable, confident.
Coach John W. Davis with the Southern California News Group. I know you didn't want to spend all week preparing for Seattle, even though you knew that was your next game. But when you had a chance to really lock in, how did you talk to the team about approaching that front line?
Yeah.
Malanga, Pham, Ezzy, and then just the dynamic backcourt
Yeah.
that they also have.
Yeah, I mean they're better than their record. They've and I mean that genuinely. They're a dangerous team. Their front line is huge, and not not big stiffs either. Those are athletes, and so obviously that's where their advantage is, and our advantage. We've got to do a good job being physical with those guys. We've got to do a good job rebounding, and then get out and run, use our speed and our offensive firepower to our advantage. It's really hard to do that when you're taking the ball out of the net for 40 minutes. So we've got to do a good job defensively. But yeah, they've got a good young group that's coming along.
Continuing off that, you mentioned having 5 days to really work on developing habits that will last 40 minutes. So
Yep.
Defensively, what are your top 3 priorities coming into tonight?
Do I only get 3?
Can we
Okay. I think we've got to be better in our our gaps, making sure that we're it's not just person guarding the ball on an island. We've got to be better in our coverages, ball screen coverages, and then we added some variability defensively too, to where we're not as predictable. I think teams were kind of punching us in the mouth in the first quarter of games, the last few games, I think because they knew exactly what we were going to do defensively. So adding some complexities there and having time to work on them.
Hey, Coach, we know KP is the head of the snake, but you also have De'Erica and NECA. What do you expect to see from them tonight to really make sure everybody stays stable and puts together a complete game?
Yeah, I mean, they are who they are, and we rely on them a ton. And, we had some time offensively to, like I said earlier, to put in some things that can help, put NECA maybe in some more decision-making opportunities, have the ball in her hands more. So we worked on that, and De'Erica, we need her to defend like crazy, and then get out and run. And she's one of the best at in the league at scoring in space, where she can get the short pocket pass off the roll, and she's got incredible footwork. So we need her to do what she does, for lack of a better way to say it.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey.
I remember earlier this past week at practice, you mentioning that, in the past, you try to kind of simplify everything defensively, but that has to go out the window. You've got to execute the complexities, and people got to rise up to that. How
Correct.
have you seen the players kind of rise to the level that you've liked to see them get to over this last week? Maybe not even just defensively, but overall on
Yeah.
the floor.
Yeah, I mean that is important, right? You got to raise the bar, and you find out who can get up there, and high achievers want the bar to be raised. Like you've got the standard has to be for the excellence, right? So we'll see. I mean, I think in practice it was great, but the lights are brighter. There's pressure. There's all the things, and when it's game time, and fatigue and mental fatigue and all the things. So I feel confident in them. Like they showed up every day with a true desire to get better, and they're not happy with the road trip and how we defended at all. But it wasn't what was us, or there was a definite intensity and intentionality when they showed up. So I feel good. Ask me in a couple hours.
Hey, Coach Mike Hill, LA Sparks Weekly. So, with you guys having the 5-day break, before, I know you watch a lot of game tape. What are some positives that you saw from your group that you feel that they can carry over going forward?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, offensively, we're scoring the ball. We just weren't getting stops, and again, putting so much pressure. We didn't shoot the ball great, but again, we have got to take some pressure off our offense and shot making. The more you feel like, holy crap, they've scored 3 in a row, we've got to score, then the rim gets smaller. But often, I mean, we're still scoring the ball well. We're not turning it over very much. I think we've had less than 10 the last 3 games or something like that. So we continue to build on that, and then just, it's just brick by brick. Man, it's a process, and there's no way through it other than just to plow through it. We're in our adversity with KP and Cam out, and we've got no option but to just plow through it.
Hi, Coach. Charlene Moore, FI360 News.
There you are.
Yes. Just talking about with like brick by brick, and also just the morale of the team right now.
Yeah.
How would you describe it with all the changes that have been recent, even just with the roster changes,
Yeah.
but also just the intensity of picking up the defense?
It's been really good. I know some teams, when you go through adversity, you struggle with, there can be chemistry issues or lack of buy-in or distrust or second guessing, and we don't have any of that. The players trust the coaches trust them, and there's an understanding that we just have to grind through this. We just got to figure it out. And that's life, that's sports, and that's where we're at right now. But I've been impressed with them, and that's why I have the confidence I do.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you all. See you in a couple.
See ya.